talking about the 5 geography themes in Seoul, South Korea. Now, full warning, there's a lot of names in this presentation that I may not pronounce correctly or pronounce really at all because they are like Korean names and I just don't want to have to butcher all of them, but hopefully you'll understand. So hello, my name is Juliana Bevan, and for my project I'll be explaining how Seoul, South Korea is a city where ancient tradition and modern technology exist side by side. My project uses the 5 themes of geography to explain how Seoul's location, movement, environment, and unique culture shape one of the world's most influential cities. So theme 1 is location. Absolute location is 37.5665 north and 126.9780 east. It's located on the Han River in northwest South Korea. The relative location is 35 miles south of North Korea, 120 kilometers from the Yellow Sea, and 305 kilometers northwest of Busan. Seoul covers 605 kilometers squared and is the capital of South Korea. Seoul is divided into 25 districts called gyu, which help organize the city's government and services. Theme 2 is region. Seoul has a humid continental climate. They have super hot, humid summers and super cold, dry winters. Part of Seoul capital area, home to nearly half of the South Korea's population. So a lot of people live in Seoul, and it's a very large portion of South Korea. It's a lot of tourist sites are there too. It's just everybody likes to go to Seoul pretty much. Economic, cultural, and political center of the country. That's where a lot of cultural and political and economic things happen, is directly into Seoul. It's a very, very populated a very populated area to stay in South Korea. Seoul region, it also includes major tech and business hubs like Gangnam and Sokcho, which host many of Korea's top companies. Theme 3 is human environment interaction. Item 1 is Han River Parks and Bukhansan National Park provide recreation and green space. The city faces a lot of air pollution and floods, so they respond with sustainable transit and clean air technologies. They use a lot of renewable energy, recycling programs, and green architecture to support carbon neutrality goals by 2050. So they have a goal on trying to basically save air pollution and stuff like that by 2050 is where their goal is. Seoul restored the Chongyok stream, a major project removing a highway to bring back a natural river, showing commitment to environment improvement. So they're also trying to bring back a lot of the rivers because a lot of the air and water are very polluted there, I think because of technology and transportation. Theme 4 is movement. They use a lot of subway system with 20 lines used by millions of people daily, and they use major buses and international airports that people definitely use cars there. Obviously, like the most, I think anywhere you go at this point use a lot of cars, but beside cars, these are the most common things to use in Seoul. High-speed rail and global trade networks link Korea to Asia all the way to Europe and North America. Global movements of ideas like K-pop and K-dramas through digital connectivity. So they use a lot of K-pop and K-dramas as their culture. So that also kind of shows ways of transportation in those types of, like if you watch a K-drama, you see a lot of different types of transportation there, and that is actually a part of their culture. Seoul's bike sharing program, Seoul Bike Dorongi, provide over 40,000 rental bikes, making local movement easier and eco-friendly. So, besides all the transportation like buses and cars and airports and subway systems and stuff like that use a lot of gas, there is a lot of people who have rental bikes out on the street and stuff for you to use if you want to be a little more eco-friendly, since there is a lot of pollution in South Korea. And then theme 5 is place. Natural features like the Han River, Namsan Mountain. The Han River is 514 kilometers long and the Namsan Mountain is 262 meters. There's major landmarks. I named 3 of them here. I really, really don't want to butcher these names, but they're beautiful places that have been slightly modernized over time. But they're super old places. They're very large tourist areas, so a lot of people go there when they come to Korea. And yeah, they're super popular places that you would probably want to visit one day. I know I do. There's a strong blend of tradition and innovation, like temples, palaces, and modern technology. They love to mix modern technology with older places like these palaces and temples. They have such a large selection of temples and palaces to go visit, and they're reserved a lot by these newer technologies to help, I don't know, make them last a lot longer so then people can go and visit them. Seoul's neighborhoods each have unique identities, such as Hongdae for youth culture and Myeongdong for shopping and street foods. So those are just places in Korea to visit, or not exactly Korea, but Seoul specifically in Korea to visit. If you want to go for certain things, so if you want to go for youth culture, I would recommend Hongdae. But if you want to go specifically for type of shopping, so you can get souvenirs or different types of food, so you don't, because the food there is so different from America. If you want to try different foods, I would go to Myeongdong. And Seoul's geography shows how people's culture and movement and the environment come together to shape a global city. Its location, regional importance, sustainability efforts, transportation systems, and unique blend of old and new make Seoul one of the most dynamic cities in the world today. Seoul to me is a very interesting place to go and look at. It's a very beautiful place. There is so many different technologies there that we do not have in America, and it's definitely a place that I want to visit eventually. So yeah, this was really interesting. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.